And for more on Alibaba's future IPO, we're joined by Rebecca Fannin, founder of Silicon Dragon Ventures. Rebecca, good to have you on the show.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Rebecca, how big of a blow is this for the NASDAQ that Alibaba went with a big board instead?
There's been immense competition between these two exchanges for several years now, and it's gone back and forth. I'd say it is a pretty big blow because the Alibaba IPO was the one that everybody was anticipating. So NASDAQ has been trying to recover from the Facebook headaches from a couple of years ago.
Is this, in your opinion, all the hangover from the Facebook fiasco?
No, I don't think it is. I think it's a logical decision by Alibaba management to list on the New York Stock Exchange.
Well, even though the NASDAQ is the traditional home of tech stocks, the New York Stock Exchange says that it has been the top destination for IPOs since 2012. They've captured 58% of the market. Is the NASDAQ losing its footing as the tech index?
No, I don't think so. I think NASDAQ will continue to be the place for very fast growth technology companies. And NYSE is a place where larger internet companies go. So that's why I say it's a logical decision by Alibaba as a larger internet company.
Well, you say large, and this is slated to be the largest. This is supposed to be bigger than Facebook. What do you think the IPO will raise? They filed initially for $1 billion, but analysts say, hey, that's just a placeholder. What's your forecast?
Yeah. No, I'm reading everything from 15 billion to 20 billion valuation. It's a huge IPO.
Any idea what the prices, what the shares will price at?
Who knows? I mean, there's a lot that could happen between now and then, and we'll see.
Well, as this IPO heats up with the anticipation, with the announcement of the New York Stock Exchange, just last week, a U.S. Congressional Commission report warned that shareholders faced major risks from investing in Chinese internet companies like Alibaba that use the so-called variable interest entity structure to get around China's foreign ownership laws. Why is the U.S. Congress looking into this? What is the concern here? What is the issue?
I think the Alibaba IPO raised it as an issue. This has been a traditional structure for any company that's listed in the U.S. They all have this structure.
Any foreign company or any Chinese company?
Any Chinese company, that they have this listing through the foreign ownership structure.
What does that mean? What is this VIE?
Well, there's two structures. Part of the company is, there's two ownership structures. Part of it is listed or owned through the offshore holding company, usually in the Cayman Islands, and the other part is owned by China.
Does it not dilute the value? Does it not dilute the control, the legality of the shares to the shareholders?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think that this has been just the given way that that foreign investors have gotten around investing into Chinese companies.
So
and
it's not going to deter U.S. investors? It hasn't so far. The Chinese IPOs that we've had this year, they've had a solid bounce, so you don't see this as any impediment?
Well, I think it could be a risk. I mean, the risk is that if the Chinese assets become more and more, then you could have a situation like where Jack Ma ended up taking control of Alipay. And then that was a surprise to Yahoo, or at least Yahoo claimed it was a surprise.
Well, speaking of Jack Ma, he's not exactly endearing himself to future shareholders with some of the comments he's made in a letter to employees at the time of the filing. He said that, quote, a public listing has never been our goal, that it's merely a gas station along the road to the future, and that the company would continue to adhere to the principle of customer first, employee second, shareholder third. Shareholders don't like to hear that kind of talk. What message does that send?
I think it sends a message of how strong the Alibaba culture is and what a strong, charismatic character Jack Ma is, and nobody could go up against him. And I think the whole company has been built around this base, around Jack Ma and his team. And I think that continues today. And
why does Alibaba have such mass appeal to the U.S. market?
I think because it's an e-commerce giant. There's really nothing like it in the U.S. It's a combination of Yahoo, eBay, Salesforce.com, PayPal. It has all the e-commerce areas covered.
So it's really a way to tap into the Chinese domestic demand for e-commerce. Very quickly, Yahoo, 24%, 22.6% stake in Alibaba. What does this all mean for them?
I think it's a home run for them. It's probably their best investment they've ever made. And credit goes to Jerry Yang, and this dates back a long ways, where Jerry Yang and Jack Ma met at Pebble Beach Golf Course, and they made this deal.
Okay, all right. Yahoo shares up 1% today. We're going to have to leave it there. Rebecca Fannin, founder of Silicon Dragon Ventures.